Welcome, fellow travelers on the grand highway of knowledge. Tonight, we embark on a profound exploration into one of the most pressing health challenges of our time: metabolic disease. From the very fabric of our gut to the intricate dance of our genes, we'll uncover groundbreaking scientific endeavors pushing the boundaries of what's possible. Settle in, find your calm, and let your mind drift into the captivating world we're about to explore. Before we dive deep, if you find value in these journeys, please consider liking, sharing your thoughts below, or subscribing to join our ever-growing community of curious minds. Now, let us begin. Good evening, or perhaps good morning, depending on where the currents of time have carried you. Settle in, find your rhythm, and let the quiet hum of the universe guide your thoughts. Tonight, we embark on a journey into the intricate landscape of our own bodies, specifically into the silent epidemic that touches countless lives across the globe: metabolic diseases. This isn't just a story about illness. It's a profound exploration of how our modern existence is challenging the very biology that has sustained us for millennia. Imagine, if you will, an unseen force, subtle yet relentless, reshaping the internal terrain of millions. It's a force that contributes to the rise of conditions like type 2 diabetes and obesity, conditions that are no longer outliers, but rather have become increasingly common companions in the human story. These aren't isolated health issues. They are interconnected threads in a complex tapestry, woven from genetics, lifestyle, and the intricate dance of our internal chemistry. For decades, the conventional wisdom focused on managing symptoms, on patching up the consequences of metabolic dysregulation. We've seen an explosion of pharmaceutical interventions, each designed to nudge a particular pathway, to mitigate a specific imbalance. And while these interventions have offered relief and extended lives, they often felt like chasing the ripples on the surface of a deep, turbulent pond, rather than understanding the currents beneath. But what if the root of these widespread metabolic challenges lies not in some distant, unidentifiable cause, but in something far more fundamental, something that occurs within the very first segments of our digestive system? What if our understanding of these diseases has been incomplete, missing a crucial piece of the puzzle that, once revealed, could offer new pathways to healing? Enter a new chapter in this unfolding narrative, spearheaded by companies like Fractal Health. Based in Burlington, Massachusetts, this healthcare innovator has taken on the formidable task of rethinking our approach to metabolic diseases, particularly obesity and type 2 diabetes. Their journey began with a simple yet profound question: what if the problem isn't just about what we eat or how much we move, but how our bodies process what comes in, right from the very beginning? Fractal Health, initially known as Fractal Laboratories, was founded in 2010 by the visionary minds of Harith Rajagopalan and Jay Kaplan. Their ambition was not merely to create another drug, but to pioneer truly novel solutions, to delve into the fundamental mechanisms underlying these conditions. And in their pursuit, they turned their attention to a surprisingly overlooked, yet immensely powerful organ: the duodenum. Now, for many of us, the duodenum is just a word we might have encountered in a biology textbook, the first short segment of the small intestine, quietly going about its business. But what Fractal's research began to uncover was a pivotal role for this unassuming organ in the grand symphony of our metabolic health. They hypothesized that a dysfunction here, a subtle alteration in its delicate lining, could be a key instigator in the progression of metabolic disease. This revolutionary insight led to the development of their first groundbreaking technology, a procedure they named Revita. Imagine an outpatient procedure, minimally invasive, yet designed to address a fundamental imbalance. Revita isn't a drug, nor is it a complex surgery. Instead, it's an endoscopic procedure, a gentle resurfacing of the mucosal lining of the duodenum. Think of it like this: our modern diets, often rich in chronic high-fat and high-sugar components, can, over time, cause this delicate duodenal lining to thicken. This thickening, in turn, can disrupt the intricate signaling mechanisms within our gastrointestinal tract. These signals are the body's internal messengers, communicating with the brain, the pancreas, and other organs, orchestrating everything from satiety to insulin release. When these signals are compromised, the delicate balance of metabolism can falter, opening the door to the very diseases we are discussing. Revita, through a process of ablation using water and heat, aims to gently remove this thickened, dysfunctional lining. The premise is elegantly simple. By clearing away the old, damaged layer, the body is given the opportunity to regenerate a healthy new mucosal layer. And with this regeneration comes the potential for the restoration of those vital signaling mechanisms, leading to improved blood sugar regulation and enhanced insulin sensitivity. It's a testament to the body's innate capacity for healing, given the right conditions and a gentle nudge in the right direction. The journey for Revita, from concept to clinical application, has been a meticulously documented path. It first gained a CE marking in April of 2016, a critical step for its availability in Europe, and subsequently became commercially available in the UK in January of 2020. The United States Food and Drug Administration, recognizing its innovative potential, granted Revita breakthrough device designation in April of 2021 for the treatment of type 2 diabetes. This designation is not given lightly. It signifies a device that could offer more effective treatment for life-threatening or irreversibly debilitating diseases. The company itself, reflecting its broadening scope and ambition, officially rebranded to Fractal Health in June of 2021. Their momentum continued, with the FDA approving an investigational device exemption trial for Revita in April of 2022, paving the way for further rigorous study. By early 2023, Revita was commercially available in Germany, steadily expanding its reach to patients in need. And in a further recognition of its potential, the FDA issued additional breakthrough device designation in July of 2024, this time for weight maintenance in certain individuals grappling with type 2 diabetes or obesity. The financial world also took note of Fractal's groundbreaking work. The company had its initial public offering on the NASDAQ in February of 2024, a significant milestone that provided the capital needed to further its research and expand its reach. As of early 2025, Fractals remain. One study is diligently evaluating Revita for patients with obesity, specifically focusing on its ability to support weight maintenance after the use of GLP-1 drugs. This is a crucial area of inquiry, as the immense popularity of GLP-1 medications has brought new opportunities, but also new challenges in the long-term management of weight and metabolic health. In a strategic move in January of 2025, Fractal announced a renewed focus for Revita, shifting its research efforts more intensely towards obesity and individuals already on GLP-1 medications. This decision was driven by the undeniable surge in demand and the transformative impact of GLP-1s on the landscape of metabolic disease management. While it meant a restructuring of some internal teams, with some employees focused on earlier type 2 diabetes treatment being redeployed or affected, it underscores a company's agility in responding to evolving scientific understanding and patient needs. This pivot is more than just a business decision. It's a reflection of the dynamic nature of scientific progress. As new therapeutic avenues emerge, the focus can, and often must, shift to where the greatest impact can be made, where the most pressing needs lie. And right now, the intersection of obesity, GLP-1s, and the long-term maintenance of weight loss represents a frontier of immense importance. So, as we consider Revita, we're looking at more than just a medical procedure. We are observing a profound shift in perspective. Instead of solely managing the downstream effects of metabolic dysfunction, Revita seeks to address a potential upstream trigger, offering the body a chance to reset, to reestablish a more harmonious internal environment. It reminds us that sometimes the most elegant solutions are found not in grand, sweeping interventions, but in precise, targeted adjustments that allow the body's inherent wisdom to prevail. But the story of fractal health, and indeed, the story of our evolving understanding of metabolic diseases, doesn't end with Revita. It extends into an even more audacious realm, a frontier that whispers of the future of medicine, gene therapy. This brings us to Rejuva, a platform in preclinical development that holds the promise of fundamentally altering our internal metabolic machinery. This is where the narrative truly takes a turn towards the extraordinary, where the very blueprint of life becomes a canvas for therapeutic innovation. But that, my friends, is a journey we will embark upon in our next segment. For now, let the implications of Revita settle in. Consider the quiet power of a targeted intervention, the body's remarkable capacity for renewal, and the ever-present mystery of our own intricate biology. Last time, we delved into the profound and often insidious nature of metabolic diseases, exploring how conditions like obesity and type 2 diabetes silently reshape our lives, often without us realizing the full extent of their reach until it's too late. We touched upon the intricate dance of hormones, genetics, and lifestyle that contributes to these modern epidemics. Tonight, we turn our gaze toward innovation, toward a company that has dared to look beyond conventional treatments and into the very depths of our digestive system, seeking answers where few have thought to look. We embark on a journey with Fractal Health and their groundbreaking approach to metabolic well-being. Imagine, for a moment, that the battle against metabolic disease isn't just fought in the realm of diet and exercise, or even in the sophisticated chemistry of pharmaceuticals, but in a rather unexpected place: the duodenum. This is the stage upon which Fractal Health introduces its first significant act, a procedure known as Revita. Fractal Health, rooted in Burlington, Massachusetts, began its journey in 2010, initially under the name Fractal Laboratories, founded by Dr. Harith Rajagopalan and Jay Kaplan. Their mission, from the outset, was to confront metabolic diseases head-on, specifically those as pervasive and challenging as obesity and type 2 diabetes. Their conviction led them to a remarkable insight that the very lining of our small intestine, particularly the duodenum, might hold a key to unlocking a new era of metabolic health. The duodenum, for those unfamiliar, is the first and shortest segment of the small intestine, extending from the stomach. It's a critical player in digestion, where much of the initial breakdown and absorption of nutrients occurs. But what if, beyond its digestive duties, it also played a crucial, yet often overlooked, role in regulating our metabolism? This is the premise upon which Revita is built. Revita isn't a pill, nor is it a major surgical intervention. It's an outpatient endoscopic procedure designed to modify what Fractal Health terms duodenal dysfunction. Think of it as a subtle but profound reset. The concept is elegantly simple, yet its potential implications are truly vast. For years, the medical community has understood that chronic diets rich in fats and sugars can have detrimental effects throughout the body. What Fractal Health proposes, however, is that these dietary habits can specifically cause the mucosal lining of the duodenum to thicken. This thickening, in turn, can disrupt the delicate signaling mechanisms within the gastrointestinal tract. These signals are not just about digestion. They're deeply intertwined with how our body processes glucose, how sensitive it is to insulin, and ultimately, how it manages its metabolic equilibrium. When these signals are compromised, it's akin to static on a vital communication line. The body struggles to send and receive the messages necessary for healthy blood sugar regulation, leading to conditions like insulin resistance, a hallmark of type 2 diabetes, and contributing to the complex pathology of obesity. Revita addresses this by resurfacing the problematic mucosal lining of the duodenum. Using a technique that involves ablation with water and heat, the procedure gently removes the thickened, dysfunctional layer. It might sound drastic, but the human body, in its astounding capacity for renewal, is designed to regenerate. After this resurfacing, a healthy, new mucosal layer can regrow over time. The hope, and indeed, the emerging evidence, suggests that this regenerated lining can then restore proper signaling, potentially improving blood sugar regulation and enhancing insulin sensitivity. It's like clearing the static from the communication line, allowing the body's metabolic orchestra to play in harmony once more. The journey of Revita from concept to clinical reality has been a testament to persistent innovation. The device received its CE marking in Europe in April 2016, a crucial step that allowed it to become commercially available in the UK in January 2020. Recognizing its potential, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, the FDA, bestowed upon Revita a breakthrough device designation in April 2021, specifically for the treatment of type 2 diabetes. This designation is a signal of the FDA's belief that a device offers a more effective treatment or diagnosis for life-threatening or irreversibly debilitating diseases. The company, perhaps reflecting its broadened scope and ambition, officially changed its name to Fractal Health in June 2021. The momentum continued, with the FDA approving an investigational device exemption trial for Revita in April 2022, paving the way for further studies in the United States. Its commercial availability expanded to Germany in early 2023. Then, in a significant development in July 2024, the FDA issued an additional breakthrough device designation for Revita, this time for weight maintenance in certain individuals with type 2 diabetes or obesity. This second designation underscores the growing recognition of Revita's potential not just in managing blood sugar, but in addressing the challenging and often elusive goal of long-term weight stability. Fractal Health, buoyed by these advancements, went public on the NASDAQ in February 2024, a milestone reflecting the investment community's belief in their vision. As of February 2025, there remain one study is actively evaluating Revita for patients with obesity, focusing on its ability to support weight maintenance, especially after the use of GLP-1 drugs. This focus on weight maintenance, particularly in the context of GLP-1s, is a fascinating strategic pivot. In January 2025, Fractal announced a renewed emphasis on obesity and on patients already utilizing GLP-1 medications. This decision was largely driven by the surging demand and immense popularity of GLP-1 drugs, which have revolutionized weight management and diabetes care. While this shift meant some restructuring, including layoffs for employees focused solely on type 2 diabetes treatment without the obesity angle, it highlights a keen understanding of the evolving landscape of metabolic health. The popularity of GLP-1 drugs like Ozempic and Wegovy has created a new paradigm. These medications are incredibly effective at promoting weight loss and improving glycemic control. However, the question of long-term maintenance, especially after stopping these medications, remains a critical area of unmet need. Revita, with its potential to fundamentally reset the duodenal lining and improve metabolic signaling, could offer a synergistic approach, helping patients not just to lose weight, but to sustain that loss and maintain better metabolic health over time. It's an intriguing prospect, using a foundational reset in the gut to enhance and prolong the benefits achieved through pharmacological intervention. To fully grasp the elegance of Revita, let us dwell a moment longer on the mechanism. Imagine a pristine riverbed, where the water flows freely and nutrients are absorbed efficiently. Now, imagine that riverbed becoming sluggish, coated in sediment, hindering the natural flow. The duodenal lining, when healthy, is an active participant in our metabolic symphony. It releases various hormones, known as incretins, in response to food. These incretins, like GLP-1 and GP, play a vital role in stimulating insulin release from the pancreas, slowing gastric emptying, and promoting a feeling of fullness. When this lining thickens due to chronic exposure to high-fat and high-sugar diets, this delicate system can go awry. The cells responsible for these crucial metabolic signals may become dysfunctional, less responsive, or even less numerous. This creates a cascade of metabolic dysregulation. Insulin resistance might develop, where the body's cells don't respond effectively to insulin, leading to elevated blood glucose levels. The feeling of satiety might be impaired, leading to overeating. Revita, through its resurfacing technique, essentially clears away this sediment. By ablating the dysfunctional mucosal layer, it provides a clean slate for the body to regenerate. The new, healthy cells that grow back are hypothesized to restore the proper production and release of these vital incretin hormones. This renewed signaling can then lead to improved insulin sensitivity, better blood sugar control, and potentially enhanced satiety and weight management. It's a profound thought that a procedure in the upper digestive tract could have such far-reaching systemic effects on our metabolism. The beauty of this approach lies in its minimally invasive nature. As an outpatient endoscopic procedure, it avoids the complexities and recovery times associated with major surgery. Patients can typically return home the same day, making it a far more accessible option for many who might otherwise be hesitant to pursue more aggressive treatments. This accessibility, combined with the potential for long-term metabolic benefits, positions Revita as a compelling new tool in the fight against metabolic disease. But Fractal Health's vision doesn't stop at the duodenum. While Revita addresses an existing metabolic imbalance by restoring function, the company is also looking to the future, to a realm where we can potentially program our bodies to prevent or continually manage these conditions. This brings us to their second groundbreaking platform, one that ventures into the cutting edge of biological science, Rejuva. If Revita is about a reset, Rejuva is about a redesign. It represents an audacious leap into gene therapy, aiming to fundamentally alter how our bodies produce one of the most celebrated metabolic hormones of our time, glucagon-like peptide 1, or GLP-1. We will delve into the profound implications of Rejuva and the promise of gene therapy in our next segment, as we explore how science is pushing the boundaries of what's possible, not just in treating disease, but in reimagining the very mechanisms of our biological existence. For now, take a moment to absorb the implications of Revita. Consider the elegance of targeting a root cause within the gut, a place so often overlooked in the grand narrative of metabolic health. It is a testament to scientific curiosity and the unwavering belief that answers often lie in the most unexpected corners of our biology. As you drift into the quiet hum of your own thoughts, let the idea of a gentle reset within your own body resonate. The journey into metabolic healing, it seems, is far more intricate and imaginative than we ever dared to believe. Our journey through the intricate landscape of metabolic health now brings us to a frontier that once existed solely in the realm of science fiction: gene therapy. We are about to delve into the audacious promise of a platform known as Rejuva, a revolutionary approach developed by Fractal Health, aiming to fundamentally rewire our biology to combat the relentless grip of obesity and type 2 diabetes. Imagine, for a moment, a future where the body itself becomes the pharmacy, producing its own medicine with unwavering precision. This is the vision driving Rejuva. At its core, this is an adeno-associated virus, or AAV-based gene therapy platform designed to enable the pancreas, that crucial, often overburdened organ, to produce glucagon-like peptide 1, or GLP-1, on an ongoing, self-regulating basis. We've explored the significance of GLP-1 in earlier discussions, understanding its profound role in regulating blood sugar, enhancing insulin sensitivity, and even influencing satiety. The advent of GLP-1 receptor agonists has marked a seismic shift in the treatment of metabolic diseases, offering a new horizon of hope for millions. But these are exogenous solutions, requiring consistent administration, a daily or weekly ritual. Rejuva, however, proposes a paradigm shift, an endogenous solution, a biological reboot that transforms the body's internal machinery. The elegance of this approach lies in its precision. Rejuva targets the very heart of the problem, the dysfunctional beta islet cells within the pancreas. These are the cells responsible for insulin production, the very cells that become overwhelmed and compromised in type 2 diabetes. By delivering specific viral vectors, essentially microscopic messengers, directly into these pancreatic cells, Rejuva aims to instruct them to take on an additional vital role, the sustained production of GLP-1. Consider the profound implications of such an intervention. Instead of relying on external pharmaceutical compounds, the body would be empowered to naturally modulate its own metabolic processes. This isn't merely about managing symptoms. It's about addressing a root cause, potentially restoring a fundamental balance that has been disrupted. The delivery mechanism itself is a marvel of modern medicine. Through a needle catheter, the viral vectors are precisely guided into the pancreas, ensuring targeted delivery to the cells that need this genetic reprogramming. This intricate process speaks to the remarkable advancements in our ability to manipulate biological systems at a cellular level, a feat that would have been unimaginable just a few decades ago. The journey of Rejuva, like any groundbreaking scientific endeavor, is one of meticulous research and rigorous testing. While still in its preclinical development phase, the progress has been rapid and promising. As recently as January 2025, Rejuva successfully completed its clinical trial application enabling preclinical in vivo studies. This is a crucial milestone, signifying that the therapy has demonstrated sufficient safety and efficacy in animal models to warrant human investigation. This success has paved the way for the next, most anticipated phase, the first-in-human studies. These trials are expected to commence in the first half of 2025, marking a momentous step forward in the quest to harness the power of gene therapy for metabolic diseases. It is in these initial human trials that the true potential, and indeed, the challenges of Rejuva will begin to unfold. The promise here is not merely for incremental improvement, but for a transformative shift in how we approach chronic metabolic conditions. Imagine a scenario where a single gene therapy treatment could provide a sustained, long-term solution for obesity and type 2 diabetes, liberating individuals from the daily burden of medication and the relentless struggle with their health. This holds the potential to significantly improve quality of life, reduce the long-term complications of these diseases, and fundamentally alter the global health landscape. However, with such audacious promises come profound scientific and ethical considerations. Gene therapy, while incredibly powerful, is also a relatively new field, and the long-term effects of altering human DNA are still being meticulously studied. Questions of specificity, off-target effects, and the precise control of gene expression are paramount. Regulatory bodies, scientists, and ethicists are all engaged in careful deliberation to ensure that these powerful new tools are developed and deployed responsibly. The history of medicine is replete with moments where a bold idea, initially met with skepticism, eventually reshaped our understanding and capabilities. From the first vaccines to the discovery of antibiotics, human ingenuity has consistently pushed the boundaries of what is possible. Rejuva, and gene therapy more broadly, stands at a similar precipice, offering a glimpse into a future where our understanding of genetics allows us to not just treat, but perhaps even to prevent and cure some of humanity's most pervasive ailments. As we move forward, the unfolding story of Rejuva will be one of intense scientific scrutiny, ethical dialogue, and hopefully profound medical breakthroughs. It is a testament to the relentless human spirit of inquiry, the unwavering commitment to alleviating suffering, and the incredible power that lies within the very blueprint of life itself. The journey from preclinical studies to widespread clinical application is long and arduous, but the potential rewards, the prospect of offering a lasting solution to metabolic disease, make this a quest of unparalleled significance. as we navigate the intricate pathways of metabolic disease, from the silent epidemic of type 2 diabetes to the pervasive challenge of obesity, we find ourselves at the precipice of a new era in healing. An era where our understanding of the body's subtle complexities is met with audacious innovation, where the microscopic dance of molecules and cells is beginning to yield to targeted interventions. This is the dawn of personalized medicine, a future where the solutions are as unique and multifaceted as the individuals they seek to heal. Consider the remarkable journey of companies like Fractal Health, born from the confluence of scientific rigor and entrepreneurial vision. For over a decade, they've been meticulously charting a course through the challenging terrain of metabolic disorders, not with broad strokes, but with the precision of a surgeon and the foresight of an engineer. Their mission, to address the very root causes of these conditions, rather than merely managing their symptoms. The story of Fractal begins in 2010, founded by Harith Rajagopalan and Jay Kaplan. Their early endeavors laid the groundwork for a suite of technologies poised to redefine how we approach metabolic health. One of their most significant innovations, the Revita device, offers a profound testament to this philosophy. Imagine an outpatient procedure, minimally invasive, yet deeply impactful. Revita, through endoscopic precision, gently resurfaces the mucosal lining of the duodenum, utilizing a controlled application of water and heat. This isn't just a superficial treatment, it's a recalibration. Think back to our earlier discussions about the duodenum, that vital first segment of the small intestine, and its crucial, yet often overlooked, role in orchestrating our metabolic symphony. With chronic exposure to high-fat and high-sugar diets, this delicate lining can thicken and become dysfunctional, effectively scrambling the crucial signaling mechanisms that regulate our blood sugar and insulin sensitivity. Revita aims to reset this system, allowing a healthy, functional mucosal layer to regrow. The potential implications are vast: improved blood sugar regulation, enhanced insulin sensitivity, and a fundamental shift in the body's metabolic landscape. The journey of Revita from concept to clinical reality has been a long and rigorous one. It earned its CE marking in Europe in 2016, making its commercial debut in the UK by 2020. The United States Food and Drug Administration, recognizing its transformative potential, granted Revita breakthrough device designation for type 2 diabetes in 2021, and again in 2024, this time for weight maintenance in individuals with type 2 diabetes or obesity. These designations are not given lightly. They represent a recognition of a truly novel technology addressing a significant unmet medical need. This pivotal moment has led to ongoing trials, like the Remain-1 study, which is actively evaluating Revita's efficacy for weight maintenance in patients already utilizing GLP-1 drugs, a convergence of therapeutic strategies aimed at a more holistic and sustainable outcome. But the ambition of Fractal Health extends beyond mechanical interventions. They're also venturing into the truly revolutionary frontier of gene therapy with their platform, Rejuva. Here, the focus shifts from resurfacing tissue to reprogramming cells. Rejuva represents a bold attempt to enable the pancreas itself to continuously produce GLP-1, that very same powerful incretin hormone we've explored, which plays such a pivotal role in blood sugar control and appetite regulation. This is not a simple task. It involves sophisticated adeno-associated virus, or AAV-based gene therapy, meticulously designed to target the dysfunctional beta islet cells within the pancreas. Imagine a needle catheter precisely delivering these viral vectors, not to cause illness, but to introduce genetic instructions, essentially teaching these cells to become miniature GLP-1 factories. The implications are profound. If successful, this could offer a sustained, endogenous supply of GLP-1, potentially eliminating the need for regular injections and offering a more fundamental correction to metabolic dysregulation for individuals battling obesity and type 2 diabetes. The journey of Rejuva, still in its earlier stages, is equally compelling. Having successfully completed rigorous preclinical in vivo studies, it is now poised for its first-in-human trials in the first half of 2025. This marks a critical juncture, a transition from the controlled environment of the laboratory to the complex reality of human physiology. It's a moment of immense promise, where years of scientific endeavor could begin to yield tangible results for patients. The evolution of fractal health itself reflects the dynamic nature of scientific discovery and commercial strategy. In early 2025, in response to the burgeoning popularity and proven efficacy of GLP-1 medications, the company announced a strategic shift, intensifying its research focus on obesity and weight maintenance, particularly for individuals already on GLP-1s. This adaptability, this willingness to refine their approach based on both scientific progress and market demand, is a hallmark of innovative companies in the healthcare sector. What we are witnessing here, with both Revita and Rejuva, is more than just the development of new treatments. It is a glimpse into the future of healing. It's a future where diagnostics are more precise, where interventions are more targeted, and where the very mechanisms of disease are addressed at their fundamental level. It is a future where personalized medicine moves beyond a concept and becomes a reality, tailoring therapies to the unique genetic, physiological, and lifestyle profiles of each individual. The path ahead is undoubtedly complex, filled with scientific challenges and regulatory hurdles. But the human spirit of inquiry, the relentless pursuit of knowledge, and the unwavering commitment to alleviating suffering continue to drive these extraordinary advancements. As we stand at this fascinating crossroads, where device innovations meet the groundbreaking potential of gene editing, we can truly begin to imagine a world where metabolic diseases, once considered chronic and progressive, might one day be not just managed, but fundamentally altered, leading to healthier, more vibrant lives for millions. This is the promise of science, ever unfolding, ever inspiring. As our extended journey through the intricate landscape of metabolic science draws to a close, we've witnessed the remarkable ingenuity shaping the future of health. From the precise resurfacing of the duodenum to the audacious potential of gene therapy, humanity's quest to understand and mend itself continues. I truly hope this deep dive has offered you new perspectives and moments of thoughtful reflection. If this exploration resonated with you, please consider leaving a like, sharing it with someone who might appreciate it, and subscribing to ensure you don't miss our next voyage into the wonders of the universe. What were your key takeaways tonight? And what other scientific mysteries would you like us to unravel next? Until our next shared moment, keep questioning, keep learning, and keep vibing with science.